other systems like that. So, shaped charge warheads and whatnot. So it would be very interesting to see if we ever returned to armored ships, and then also we're developing anti-armor weapons and warheads, where that would end up. But basically hasn't happened since the Montanas were canceled. At this point, it's worth mentioning that there is a lot of propaganda from the 1980s that the Iowas are missile-proof. And surely with their armor plate, they could have survived missile hits that no other ship in the world could have. But there has not been a surface battle since 1944, so we don't know how effective these ships would have actually been against modern missile technology. The Navy wasn't willing to expend any of their old battleship hulls to test this technology. Instead, they were turned into museums. In fact, only a single supercarrier, the capital ships that have replaced the battleship, has ever been expended in weapons tests. That's the USS America. And those tests are still very classified, so it's hard to say how effective a large ship with a lot of subdivision, pretty strong structure, and massive internal compartmentalization and reserve of buoyancy would be able to handle modern cruise missile hits. I can tell you, an Iowa-class battleship could stop the gunfire from any other ship out there, because I don't think there's another ship in the world with greater than a 6-inch or 155mm gun right now. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to see our armor in person, be sure to come out and tour the ship. Check our website for our hours. Some places, like the armored turrets and the conning tower, you can pretty well see the armor plating. Other places, like the armored belt, because we use an internal belt system, is real hard to see. If you sign up for a curator's behind-the-scenes tour, I will take you to as many different places to show you what can be seen of the armor as possible. Most of these places are not on the normal tour route. Which battleship do you think had the best armor protection? Let us know in the comment section down below. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State. We also receive support from a number of other institutions and many, many private donors like yourselves. In fact, donations from viewers like you have allowed us to take these videos from airing 1 time a week to 5 times a week. So I appreciate your support, and if you would like what we're doing, what the museum's doing, and you would like to contribute to that, there's a link in the description for ways you can donate. Because we're releasing so much content, remember to like, share, and subscribe so that you're notified when we put out new stuff. Thanks for watching.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3, 2,
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. J.P. Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. Today, we've got another comparison video. This time we're going to see if what sunk the German battleship Bismarck could have sunk Battleship New Jersey. But first, here's a word from the museum.
Hi there, it's Andre Gardner. I'm on Classic Rock 102.9 WMGK every weekday afternoon. And I have so many wonderful memories of my time aboard the Battleship New Jersey. We've hosted some of our coolest events on that vessel, including the Locals Only Beer Fest, where we get local brewers together with our MGK listeners to sample beer for a few hours and enjoy music of our classic rock house band, all while at the same time loving those beautiful views of the city skyline and the Delaware River. What a storied history the Battleship New Jersey has, and this is your chance to continue that history for generations to come. We're asking you to please consider making a donation to continue its restoration, educational, and historical legacy. You can find out more by visiting battleshipnewjersey.org. And if you've ever been aboard that incredible vessel like I have, you'll see it's a no-brainer. Please consider making a donation today and help our friends at the Battleship New Jersey continue their fine work. Thank you so much. Rock on.
It's May of 1941, and the war has just begun. The Germans have the biggest ship that has the biggest guns. No, wait, that's the song. That isn't actually right. It is May of 41. The Germans do have the biggest ship in Europe. Does not at all have the biggest guns. Bismarck sails into the North Atlantic for a convoy raiding mission. She's intercepted by the British basically every step along the way, and eventually is cornered by British battleships on 2 occasions. Once she escapes and once she is destroyed. Now, because we have an Iowa-class battleship here, we're going to see if the events and damages that destroyed Bismarck could have destroyed New Jersey. New Jersey, of course, will not be in commission for another 2 years. She doesn't enter service until May of 43. However, because this is the ship we have, we're going to play with fate and time and drop New Jersey into the North Atlantic in 1941. So, first off, Bismarck is a gorgeous ship. She's one of the best looking ships to look at, only behind Iowa-class battleships. However, she was not designed for the job which she was called upon to perform. She was a great line battleship. If the Germans had have built a battle line and gone against a British battle line, Bismarck would have probably acquitted herself well. As a commerce raider, she just wasn't built with the range and endurance that a ship like that needs. Iowa-class battleships, with a range of 15,000 nautical miles at 15 knots, have a significantly greater range and would have made better commerce raiders. Part of the design of the Iowa-class battleships was to operate outside of the battle line, hunting down Japanese fast battleships like the Congo class. And so it's not too much of a stretch to see one of those disconnected from the battle line and sent on a commerce raiding mission behind enemy lines or a commerce protection mission behind their own lines. One of the things that eventually doomed Bismarck was her fuel capacity. The Germans, if they have relatively full fuel tanks, do not top off in every port. In action, Bismarck had some of her fuel tanks damaged, which limited her range and forced her to alter her mission. I don't believe that would have happened to an Iowa-class battleship. American and British ships, for that matter, refuel their tanks fully every time they go into port, no matter how much fuel they have. So, New Jersey would have been carrying more fuel than Bismarck, and so hits to her fuel tanks would not have limited her range nearly so much, and it wouldn't have forced her to return to France immediately like Bismarck did. The decisions that were made, that doesn't really affect the outcome too much, but it's a major difference between Nazi German and United States naval practices. New Jersey was designed to operate in the wide Pacific, and Bismarck was designed to operate in the North Sea between Europe and Great Britain, and she wasn't really designed for the commerce raiding mission she was sent on. Neither was her consort, Prince Eugen. British ships also don't have tremendous range at this point because Great Britain has so many colonial possessions all over the world. They don't need massive range on their ships, and so they can just go into port and refuel. Normally that's fine, but in the chase for the Bismarck, a number of British ships had their